Blog Talk Radio.
Assalamu alaikum. This is Clifton Raheem Bradley from out of Chicago. Actually, I'm going to say hi to the people in cyberspace because you never know who's going to hear this show. I do a television show called The Underground Railroad. It comes on every Saturday night at 10:30 Central Time in Chicago. But you can go to YouTube to see the show. What we're going to do is we're going to talk about the virus and what is going on. What is your feelings about it? I did and relayed a message on YouTube that I would like for you to go to see it. And if you have some feelings about this, about what's going on, you can call this telephone number, 845-277-9428. And a lot of people thinking that it is man-made. A lot of people are thinking that. They are thinking that it is man-made. And we just don't know. You know, and there's people that there's a whole group of people that are in the New World Order system, and they believe in Illuminati, and they believe in the skull and bones. And this is what they're doing. This is an example of what they're doing. They're like, hey, you know, they are happy about it because what it's doing is decreasing the surplus of the population. And I'm very, very sorry to even tell people something like that. But I have excerpts of a show that I did. But it is video. You'll be able to hear the audio, but you have the opportunity to go to the website and see it at the Underground Railroad television show in Chicago on YouTube, and I put the links there. And hopefully, if you like this broadcast, I will share it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play it for you right now. If you have someone happens to call in, or somebody indicates that they want to talk, some people might call in and they just want to listen. And that's okay too, but you might not want to comment. You might have something to say about it. So I'm going to play the excerpts right now. Okay? So you may hear a moment of silence. Okay? Assalamu alaikum. My name is Clifton Raheem Bradley, and I am from the United States of America. Some say the United States of America. I don't know. And I do a television show entitled The Underground Railroad that comes on in Chicago every Saturday night at 10:30. But it would be great if you would join my YouTube page. YouTube. Good thing about YouTube is it comes on 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. You got some people at home, they are concerned about the coronavirus. They're really concerned. If you have a reason to be concerned, but I want to tell you something, give y'all some information. I, like many, many, many other people that may see this broadcast now or maybe seeing it later on, I happen to believe that this virus, a pandemic, people wonder what this pandemic means. This is a disease that is just not affecting a location. Pandemic means that it is affecting the whole location. And a lot of scientists, for some research, and what's going on is I would like people to know that there's a certain group of people. First of all, I don't think I need to stop. What I would like for you to know is that you know what there's a group of people that run this nation. You probably say, who is that? Who are those group of the people that run this nation? You know, there's like about 1 or 2% of the
people like the Rockefellers, the Bears, the P. Morgans, the Warren Buffetts, and the George Soros, and individual from Amazon, Bill Gates. These people are the ones that actually control the nation. They control the nation. I'm talking about not your minor things that go on. They are not concerned. They can care less about. They're concerned about things that make a major impact in the society. So you think like Joe Biden gets in a few minutes. Donald Trump stays there. What I'm telling you is there are powers that control what you really think is power behind the scenes. They control the mass. They control because they have the ability to control. They control television stations, the radio stations, and major magazines, anything dealing with communications. You can look it up. You know what they control. So what they do is there's a book called Chess. I think it's called Chessmate. A chess game. Resistance is a geopolitical strategist once made a statement that it needs to be easy to control the million. You know, so we wasn't so savvy with the internet, like what I'm doing right now. I wouldn't have thought about doing anything like this for 20 years ago. The thing is, it's harder to control them, so therefore it'll be easier to destroy. Be controlled. And what you're looking at is with this pandemic, and I go back to what pandemic is. Pandemic is a worldwide disease that is going on right now. And what they do is they're elite. Now, the people that are power, the people that you think that really, really, really have the power. Urban, how you doing, urban? Hospitals, lines, and all that, no tests, right? But what happened is they're working to decrease the surplus of the population. Now, this was thought about a long time ago. I can even play and bring up something. You ever see Ebenezer Scrooge and he said, you know what? He said that my son, he told Scrooge, my son is getting ready to die because I'm not making enough money, and I think he has some type of disease. And Scrooge, Ebenezer Scrooge, which is a Christmas product, he said, let him die. Because all it would do is just decrease the surplus of the population. But what I'm telling you is, there are millions of people. There's people like that at the top. Go to your hospital, and they will be empty. No line. No getting tested. But see, you know what, Mr. Earth? I would like to no lines and no getting tested. When they do come out with the vaccine, in my opinion, and the people that I've traveled with don't think that they will actually have the answer. Because, you know, you probably see Mr. Earth, what is this brother right here, Brad, talking about this kind of time? They inject black men and black women with separate. And they ran experiments to see what would work and what wouldn't. So it's like these face masks, you know, the face masks that are coming from China, the supplies that are coming from Russia. Don't be surprised if you know what within those packages. Make your face mask, put up your face. Don't be surprised if it may not be a microorganism that may do vital harm to your body later on. So don't be surprised. Getting back to what I was saying is that, you know what, there are people that are working to decrease the surplus of the population. And like I said, this disease is man-made, in my opinion. It is man-made to decrease the surplus of the population. I want to say, I'm going to give you some examples. Okay, so it's not going to sit up there and just say all that. But what happened is, there are a group of people that, again, that believe that there's too many people on this planet. And they believe that the people of this planet, they're taking the natural resources of this planet. First, they believe that they don't have control over people like this because of the internet and all that. But what happened is they're working to decrease. And what happened is they're making it so bad around it. To me, it's mind-boggling to think that there are a group of people that believe that there are too many people on this planet, and they're working to decrease the population. Like me, Dr. Lee Warren, Modern Church Chicago, Steve Copeland, who was a community activist, FX, Mr. Shaw and Television, Mark Sims, Dr. Malik Boise. These are people I start with. Y'all don't know who they are. Y'all get that to see them if you go to the place. But they've always believed this, and they have tried to teach people this, but people, most of the people are so dumbing down. You know, they're so concerned with what's going on with Dancing with the Stars, the Black Hawks, football game, who could better be the best dance. But you know what? They have no knowledge whatsoever to really know what's going on. So these people are working to decrease the surplus of the population. This can be decreased. I can give you some examples. One example is a Tuskegee experiment, as I said earlier. They purposely injected men and women with supplements to decrease the surplus of the population there to experiment. Okay. They intentionally move forward in disenfranchised over high power lines. Now, I don't know what city you're from. I'm from Chicago, Illinois, United States of America. Like the All-Gale Gardens. They intentionally put people over there at All-Gale Gardens in Chicago because they knew if we can move a group of people to live up underneath power lines, it would cause a lot of birth. It would cause a lot of problems that may affect them later on in life. So they work to decrease. And I'm so surprised that people, look up the new world order system. And I give David Eichner, look up the name David Eichner. I think his name is David Eichner. He gives great information. So these group of people are working to decrease. For example, in Chicago, when people migrate from Mississippi or from the South, they moved them by the Chicago Highway. They moved the masses of the poor people by Chicago Highway, by the Dan Ryan Express, which is a major area. It's a highway. Okay? And what happened is they stacked them up. They found by studies, if you stack people up and they live together like mice live together, it's time to fight with each other. But they were more spread out as they did an experiment. They somewhat coexisted together. They did. They somewhat coexisted. But what happened is they packed up in the projects in Chicago, in the United States of America, from 95th down into downtown Chicago. This is what they did. They did. So if blacks ever want to revolt, I get out of order. Get one of our orders, I went into revolt. They can land highways. One of those highways. Not land, I mean they can land planes on that highway. They can transport troops on that highway. They can use that L train as a train that carry people from inner city to downtown. They can load that with personnel to bring about the New World Order. Well, not really bring about the New World Order, but they did everything they could to contain. And they didn't even make strict rules. So the sort of have some type of order that they wanted disorder. Okay? They wanted disorder. Okay? So it was okay as long as we was killing each other. They act like they gave a damn. I'm talking about the politicians in the election. After the election was over, they didn't want to be bothered. You know? So I'm telling you that there are people that are working to decrease the surplus of population. But they say, damn, where they gonna go? Where they gonna go? Dick Gregory, I'm gonna tell you what Dick Gregory said. Dick Gregory used to pick up this name too. Dick Gregory said that you know what? They have certain colonies that they was out working on during this time, working on colonizing. And not, and you know what? I would say, damn, I would have used. You know how much stuff they can use really tell. I do agree with Donald Trump about that. He is fake. Okay. They got you concentrating on young people having fun and all that. But see, they don't tell about the troops. There are troops that are coming. There are troops that are coming up from active duty. They're activating reserve duties, and they're waiting for the chaos to bring out in the shit. But going back to what I said is, this disease is man. Ain't no mistake. Who knows? China may even start. I'm trying to think China. Maybe China did. I don't know. Because what happened is the pandemic started there. And you could notice one thing, they could take their people. They could take their people. They did contain their people. And they have it under control. Some would have it under control, right? But what worries me is it may be a biological war between China and the United States of America. But I do believe they get this out. That's a possibility. The thing is, these masks, I go back to what I originally said, these masks that they are shipped from China in the Soviet Union, you don't know what type of microorganisms are in them. You don't know what to get devastated. So I would like to say to people, you know what, wash your hands. You can get the sanitizer. You can do all. You can put a respirator over your mouth. You can do it. But at some point, you're going to touch money. At some point, you don't know the individual that touched that money had the disease. At some point, you're going to touch a daughter that somebody came in contact. At some point, you're going to put your money on a gas. You're going to put your money on an ATM machine where you get money at some point. So what I'm essentially telling you is they are planned. But you have to remember one thing. It's all said and done. I had a friend named Shimshai, in Chicago, who used to sell merchandise on 75th and Stony Island. He used to say, we talking about the Illuminati, we talked about the skull and bones, and we talking about all that. And the thing is, Shimshai, which is he's a Hebrew Israelite, and his leader's name was Ben Ami. And Ben Ami is still alive. But what he told me is, the book was talking about the Illuminati, the skull and bones, and all of these people. He said, after this all said and done, the Lord above is in control. The world is a stage, and they're all in on it. You're right, Mr. Urban. They're all in on it. And Mr. Urban, they're comedy called Get Smart. Look up Get Smart. They did battle this chaos. Maxwell Smart. They have underground cities. They have underground cities. That's how they say. How would they destroy what's it called Brown? They have underground cities. If you read the book, The Pale White Horse, there's an individual named Coop. He gave information about the underground cities and what happened is once the government found out he was giving that information, he was killed. He was killed. So I would like to say, going back to what I would originally say is, at some point you can wash your hands. You can put something over your face. You can put something over your face like this. Okay? You're going to touch your mouth. Now, somebody may have cancer disease. I mean, like you're going to go in the store, and you know at Walmart there's going to be more than 10 people in the store, 10 people in the house. You look at that, you're going to go on the bank. You don't see people keeping their distance. You don't see that. You go to the blue fruit stand. But you know what's interesting about Chicago, the state that I live in? I live in a state in a city called Chicago. What they do is the governor and the mayor, they come on television every single day talking about people on the stage. But the thing is, it's getting hot outside. And it's not even hot. And there's people that's not even obeying it. They're not obeying it. They don't care. And the mayor sits up there and says, well, we're going to start firing. The mayor we're going to start firing. She should have been doing that when they first started educating them and let them know the repercussions. Which sort of make me think that they may be with the New World Order system, but in a way, I don't think they are. The thing is, I think what they're doing is they're playing a game. The mayor closed down the cities and the parks in Chicago. It's not really serious about the enforcement. People are not congregating. How come you don't enforce it? You can't hide or resist earthquakes. You write earthquakes, you know what? There's going to be more earthquakes. There's going to be more devastation. Because you know why? Because man is deviating all the time. You know what happened with Moses? When Moses went to the Pharaoh didn't ignore you. You got liquor stores all up and down the community. You got prostitution all up and down the community. The mayor and the governor of Illinois, they could have stopped that any time they wanted. It's like they clamped down on criminal activity to a certain degree. They could have stopped that any time they wanted. They didn't want to. You know why? Because they follow orders. Damn it! If I knew what a drug house was, a little guy knew what a drug house was, you know what? They would have clamped down on it. I'm deviating from the subject now. They could have clamped down this deep with it. You know what? But God, Allah, is not pleased with man. Let us say alcohol, drugs, living together with somebody that you're not married to, homosexuality, gays. Allah, God is not pleased with us. There's chastisement. So therefore, I hate to tell you, there's going to be a lot of people that's going to die. You see, they're not going to tell you that on Channel 7. I'm not going to tell you that on Channel 5. They're not going to tell you that on Fox Television. They're not going to tell you that, but you know I'm finding out that you're getting a lot of good information from Facebook and YouTube. This is really the first time in a long time that I use YouTube. But the thing is, it's just things that are going on, and you know what? You probably see people keep on saying, I go to church, it's going to get better, it's going to get better. You know what's interesting? People that go to church say it's going to get better. But they read out of the Bible, and then read the book of Revelation. Can it get any better? For the revelations to be fulfilled. It doesn't make any sense to me. So I have not heard of any Muslim Allah said that they were scared. Because this will not end, because we know that Allah, God is in control. But unlike y'all, we know that there's something better than a waste orders. Y'all build up your dunya out of earth, but you destroy your hereafter. Many Christians are running around. It's going to get better. It's going to get better. It's going to get better. But they read a book of Revelation. And the book of Revelation does not say. So it's very interesting. Very interesting. I have not heard one Muslim say that they are afraid, they are fearful, because Muslims know. Without asking y'all, this is observation. Muslims say, after this all said and done, the Lord above is in control. So my advice is to turn up to Allah, is to get closer to Allah. I'm not going to sit up here and say get closer to Jesus. I'm going to say get up closer to the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, because you know what online I represent. And I'm not here to be a hypocrite, because there's nothing in this world that can ultimately carry me away from this law. May not be the strongest Muslim. I may not know all the ayats. I may not know all the surahs and all of it. But you know what? I know, like Shimshai told me, it's all said and done. The Lord above is in control. You can have all your cars. You can have all your money, all your fame. You know what? In the end,